Hello everyone. I'm going to talk my experience of the interview. I took this interview at April 4th, and I took this interview for Dr. Matthew Gordon. This interview took about half of an hour. We chatted freely because I wrote some emails to ask some questions before to Dr. Matthew Gordon. Because Matthew Gordon is the chair of the Department of Mechanical and Material Engineering of the School of Engineering and Computer Science. So I think he could answer most of questions I had because he's a chair. So I asked a question focused on the writing style. Because the assignment was assigned by Ethel is about the writing style. So I focused most of questions are about the performance and the writing format of that. So after this interview, I had a general cognition of the studying pattern in my field. So I believe the study in the engineering field is both straightforward and strict. And I want to share two ideas of this interview. I think first one is about the writing format and the citation style. Because I really worry about the writing style or the citation style because that's something new for me. I learned it just until I arrived at the US. So I don't know how to do with that. So it's the most important problem for me. So I asked Dr. Gordon about which kind of writing style we use, the MLA style or the APA style or others. And his answer shocked me because he told me that he doesn't know what is MLA style and what is APA style. He never heard about that until I told him that's two kind of citation style. So I just feel confused with his answer because I thought all the professors here in the US should know or would know what is the style here, especially for the doctor in the department, especially he's a chair. And so I just feel confused, and he told me when he saw the reference page, he knows that's some kind of writing style, but he cannot name it. So I just asked him, what should I do, or which kind of style should I choose? And he suggested me that he always choose the easiest way or the most effective way to do that. So I don't need to worry about the specific name or which kind of style. In fact, we use many kind of style and it's free. He also told me that he may just borrow the works cited page from the paperwork directly and maybe just according to the article, the topics, style, and choose the style which he will use. So I think this kind of part is straightforward and easy. After that, I also asked him about the printed form because the teacher here in the ELC asked us to have the fixed font type like New Roman and the size 12 or the margin like that. So I asked Dr. Gordon about these questions, and Dr. Gordon told me he really doesn't care about these kind of problems because this kind of requirement really depends on the professor's preference. Because sometimes the professors prefer you to write double space in order to make the comments, but for Dr. Gordon, he just cared about the published style. He said if you want to publish a paper, and I can ask him for help for some specific styles, and then he gave me a book. The book name is Engineering Education, and this book shows some articles which are published, and he said it can be as a reference if I want to know how the style is. Next, I asked him some in-class activities or which kind of activities do we have, and he told me we didn't have a lot of in-class discussion, group works, or presentation, and we didn't have a lot of presentation and writing the assignment. So it's not that big deal for engineering department. However, he emphasized that the grammar mistakes is so important for the international students. The common daily communication is okay, but for the paperwork, the grammar mistakes is unacceptable. So he recommended me to be careful with this point. Besides, he also focused on the paperwork. He said that a 4 to 7 page long conference or journal paper is a final goal for graduate students in the engineering department. So I feel it's not sounds like a terrible problem for me. So I think I can do it. The second main point I asked with Dr. Golden is about anticipation of students' performance. He said that the international student didn't appear any special problems, and he said that the international students are fine and had good performance during all the class. Especially some international students have great successes in their field. So he feels so satisfied with their performance. And he also mentioned that he feels satisfied with ELC's efforts for preparing students for her graduate program. And then I asked him about some bad habits or some study problems students have. He said that it really depends on the students' habits on themselves. It's no relationship with where students come from, or are they native students or international students. So it's no relationship with that. Just depends on themselves. So I asked, but he mentioned that the biggest problem for international students is for the listening and speaking for the academic study, especially for the presentation. He said some of students may feel so nervous because their poor grammar or poor speech skills like that makes them nervous and makes screw up the presentation. So in conclusion, after this interview, I feel so excited about my future study because Dr. Golden described a warm atmosphere in our department for international students. So I believe I just want to accomplish those tasks. I think those tasks are waiting for me to accomplish with them in my department. I want to make some great success, just like my schoolmates like that. So after that, finally, Dr. Golden suggests me to have an internship during this quarter, maybe this summer quarter, and to prepare my future study. He said it will have great help for my future study. So I feel that if I finish my GPP class and take an internship during this summer quarter, I will be good prepared for my future study. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Questions?
What kind of internship you want to take?
Yeah, in fact, that's a good question. I'm looking for, today is a workshop, what's that name? It's
Workshop.
called workshop. Yeah, fair, work fair in Ritchie Center.
Mm.
I just want to try that because I still don't know how they organize this kind of activities in the U.S. I never attend this kind of work fair here, so I don't know whether I need to suit up and bring my resume, and I don't know which kind of jobs are suitable for me. But for me, until now, I want to attend some like volunteer jobs, like or some called non-profit organization, yeah, or unpaid jobs like that. So I want to try that first because I'm still studying in the GPP class, so I think maybe it's a challenge for me to want to have a high salary internship like that. So I just want to try and have a look for that.
So the job fair thing is this afternoon?
Yes, it's today from 2 to 5, like that.
Okay, have you guys been to job fairs in the US?
So after ethics class, I think I may go there, just have a look if they let me go into that, and just let's see which kind of style and how many companies are there, and how are other students doing like that.
Yeah, that's good. Good
So
learning experience.
yeah, I will try that.